Have you ever thought about how a single word can have so much depth?
I think about that all the time. Words are fascinating, aren't they?
They really are. And, one word I've been thinking about a lot lately is twins. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, two siblings born at the same time.
Right, exactly. But then you learn about the Aramaic word for twins, which is twum.
Interesting. I'm already intrigued. Aramaic, you say?
Yes, Aramaic, the language Jesus spoke. And this word twum, it's not just a word, it's the heart of a pretty amazing transformation happening with an organization we've talked about before, Twins Tours Academy.
Oh, yeah, I remember them. They're changing their name.
They are. They're launching a new nonprofit organization called Twome International Academy. And today, that's what we're diving into. The meaning and the mission behind Twome International, straight from the founders themselves, twin brothers Andre and Tony Mubarak.
I'm excited to hear this. There's clearly a lot more to this name than just a simple translation.
Absolutely. So, to set the scene a little bit, Andre and Tony Mubarak, the founders of Twins Tours Academy, have announced this exciting new venture, Twome International Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And right off the bat, the name grabs your attention, right?
It really does. I mean, Twome, it's like a beacon right back to their roots as twins and to their previous organization.
Exactly. But it goes deeper than that. It goes back to Aramaic, the language of Jesus.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets really fascinating because the mission of Twome International is to bridge the gap between Middle Eastern and Western churches, right here in the U.S., by teaching the Bible, but through an Aramaic lens.
Sure.
Have you ever thought about how language can change your entire understanding of faith?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure most of our listeners are familiar with reading the Bible in English.
Right.
But to go back to the original language, the language that Jesus actually spoke, I can only imagine the kind of insights that would bring.
That's exactly what Twome International is all about. They want to help us go beyond just translating words. They want to immerse us in the culture, the customs, the entire context of the first century, that world that the Bible was originally written in.
It's about understanding the nuances, the subtleties that might be lost in translation. It's about experiencing the Bible as it was originally intended.
It's about rediscovering the Bible in a whole new light. And the Mubarak twins have laid out some really amazing ways they plan to do this. They're talking about personal interactions, seminars, conferences, and even a whole online academy dedicated to teaching the Bible through this Aramaic lens. Imagine being at a Twome International seminar and really feeling like you're stepping back in time, getting a glimpse into what it might have been like to learn from Jesus in his own time.
Wow, what a powerful image. It's like opening a window to a whole new dimension of understanding.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder why this change, right? Why go from Twins Tours Academy to Twome International Academy?
I think it's more than just a name change. It's a reflection of growth, a desire to reach a much wider audience. It's about taking everything they've learned and experienced and sharing it on an even larger scale. And this transition to a nonprofit model, it really opens up more possibilities for them to truly enrich people's spiritual journeys.
It's like they're saying, we're here to share this incredible knowledge with as many people as possible. And at the end of the day, while the name has changed, what hasn't changed is that core commitment to providing high-quality, immersive experiences.
It's about creating a deeper connection to faith.
And it really makes you think, doesn't it? About how much the context of language and culture shapes our understanding of everything. Not just faith, but history, even our everyday lives.
It's a journey of exploration, and what Twome International is offering, it's really a unique pathway, an invitation to explore how language influences our perceptions and interpretations, ultimately leading us to a richer understanding of the world around us.
So for our listeners out there, think about this. What parts of your own faith journey could benefit from exploring those Aramaic roots of Christianity? How might understanding the cultural context of the Bible bring a whole new dimension to your faith? It's a question worth pondering, and Twome International gives us the resources to do just that.
It's an exciting time for anyone interested in diving deeper into their faith.
And who knows, maybe exploring this Aramaic perspective will lead you to some pretty amazing discoveries. Well, we're going to tackle something pretty powerful, something you've definitely heard before.
All right, lay it on me.
Eli, lama sabachthani.
Ah, the words of Jesus on the cross. Big topic.
Huge. And a lot of people understand these words as, a cry of abandonment, like Jesus is feeling forsaken in his final moments. But what if, and stick with me here, what if there's a totally different way to understand these words?
I'm intrigued. What are you thinking?
Well, you know how much emphasis we put on the original languages of Scripture.
Of course, can't understand the text without understanding the context.
Right, so like Aramaic, that's the language Jesus actually spoke.
Exactly. And this is actually something that scholars like Andre and Tony Mubarak really dive into.
Yeah, they have some really fascinating insights. So let's get into it. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Most people translate that as, my God, why have you forsaken me? But if you look at it through the lens of Aramaic, it takes on a whole new meaning.
It really does. It's a completely different perspective. In Aramaic, it's more like Jesus is saying the Father kept him aside, preserved him for this very moment.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're not talking about abandonment anymore.
Nope, not even close.
So what is it saying?
It's more like Jesus is declaring his purpose, saying, my destiny is being released to save humanity, and the Father is silent because he is content.
Whoa, hold on. This is like saying Jesus isn't crying out in despair, but in like this powerful declaration.
Absolutely. He's acknowledging that this is the culmination of God's plan, the whole reason he was sent to earth. And the Father isn't silent because he's absent. He's silent because he's satisfied. Like a parent watching their child finally succeed after years of preparation.
That really changes things. So it's a moment of like profound strength and purpose.
Exactly. This isn't weakness. This is Jesus at his most powerful. He knows his role, he accepts his fate, and he does it all for humanity.
Wow. And it just goes to show how much language matters.
Oh, absolutely. One little nuance can completely change how we understand history.
So how can our listeners, learn more about these seminars? Because I'm betting they're already hooked.
Well, get this. Tony and Andre are actually offering their seminars to churches all across the U.S. Andre is based in Texas now, and Tony travels over from Israel a couple of times a year.
Oh, wow. So any church, anywhere in the U.S., could have this incredible opportunity.
Exactly. And they're super flexible, too. They offer different session lengths, different formats. They even do Sunday services. It's like bringing a little piece of ancient Jerusalem to your own congregation.
Now, that's an experience. Now, I know a lot of churches might be wondering about the practicalities, What's the process like for inviting them?
Well, it's super easy. You just reach out to them through their website. It's www.twinstours.com. They do ask for their travel expenses, food and lodging to be covered, of course. But they're totally open to staying with host families to keep things affordable.
Well, that's nice of them.
And here's the really cool part. They don't even require a set fee for their teaching. But obviously, a love offering is always appreciated.
That's pretty amazing. It really shows their passion and dedication. It's not about the money. It's about sharing this knowledge and, fostering a deeper understanding of the Christian faith.
Couldn't agree more. They truly believe that seeing the Bible through, like, Jesus's Middle Eastern eyes can be transformative.
This has been such a fascinating conversation. So, listeners, I want to leave you with a thought. If you had the chance to sit down with Tony and Andre, what aspect of early Christianity would you be most curious to explore? It's something to really ponder, And if you're feeling inspired and you want to bring their unique perspective to your own church, head on over to their website, www.twinstours.com, and get the ball rolling.
It's an opportunity you definitely don't want to miss.
Thanks for diving deep with us today. Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.